Leaving the trucks, the men of the 25th Anti-Aircraft Battalion, who have performed as Europe's Minutemen, now gather to hear a critique by the battery commander of the job they have done in the practice alert.
We have just completed another in our monthly alerts. During the alert, there were a few comments, a few notes that I'd taken along the route and after we arrived in position. First, as most of you know, these monthly alerts are conducted for one main purpose, and that is, if the real thing should happen, we would be able to move out of here with the least practicable delay, move into position, and be able to deliver quick and accurate fire. In order to do this, it's going to require everyone's cooperation and everybody working rapidly together. Keep in mind that all your equipment must be cleared of this area. Remember, too, that all men must wear all their individual gear. That includes your steel helmet, carrying of your weapon, etc. Remember, once out of the positions, and this is particularly for the drivers, we must maintain 100-yard interval until arriving to our position. The one main comment I have when we moved in position, and that is one of the gun sections was a little slow and becoming operational. I thought the range platoon did quite well, moved in quite rapidly. Also, the machine gun platoon and securing the defense, the perimeter of the battery. Keep in mind that we have 2 hours. In other words, we have a 2-hour limit to meet. We must be able to move out of here, get in position, and be able to deliver fire. Are there any questions?
There is no question about the big job our Army is doing in building security, of peace by preparedness for all free people all over the world.
And for our final story, here is another kind of alert. It is a Saturday morning at Fort Myer, Virginia.
Fort Myer, Virginia, the military showcase of the nation's capital, where post-military police personify the tradition of spit and polish. To the visitor, these picked men, hey, what's going on around here?
Ah, now, buddy, you know about that Davy Crokett business. Why, these days you're nowhere if you haven't got one of them coonskin fedoras there. Well, sir, these troops here all belong to the Davy Crokett Junior Rifle Club. That's the juniorest junior on the end there. Every Saturday morning, bright and early, they move out down to the Fort Myer firing range and rack up their weapons. That's where they get the word on how to handle a rifle, the safe way. What happened? Some of these kids' daddies took a special instructor's course from the National Rifle Association and formed the club. Of course, the kids just ate that up. Why, they even get certificates to show how they do on the range. Right now, it's time for some of the older members to try out what they've been learning. They spend a lot of hours making dry runs before they ever got a chance at the firing line, so they really know what they're up to, all right. They can climb into a sling and take up a prone position with the best of them. Well, look at here. He's asking, can I get in? Well, now, don't give up, Dave. Maybe later. Meantime, Colonel Bartlett of the Air Force and his boy Robin make a nice team. Now, look, son. Squeeze. All right, now, let's give it a try. Hey, watch that coontail, buddy. You'll get fuzz in your eye. Everything's cooking along just fine until, uh-oh, there's that young'un again. Ah, buck up, Davy. The third time's a charm. Maybe your buddy Judy Blackburn here'll slip in a good word for you. Now what you do, Sonny, you just aim for the little black dot. Oh, like that you mean? Well, that's pretty good shooting anyway. Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Attaboy, Davy. I knew you'd do it. There you go, kiddies. A happy ending that winds up with a big...
Now, this is Sergeant Stuart Queen, inviting you to be with us again next week for another look at your Army in action on The Big Picture.
The Big Picture is a weekly television report to the nation on the activities of the Army at home and overseas. Produced by the Signal Corps Pictorial Center. Presented by the United States Army in cooperation with this station. You too can be an important part of the big picture. You can proudly serve with the best equipped, the best trained, the best fighting team in the world today, the United States Army.